Okay, we are back with another Baby Metal Marathon. This is for the song Monochrome. This is a Patreon weekend suggestion video a day late, so shout out to Miguel for this one. We're going to be doing the official lyric video, then the piano version, then the live version. So I'm super stoked for this, of course. Before we get started, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Also, I have a Patreon link down below with all my fully and partially blocked reactions, along with a more interactive tier if that's something you guys would be interested in. And also feel free to comment any other bands, artists, or live performances that you'd like to see. And let's dive into it. Oh yeah. Oh, nice bass slide. A lot of really cool effects happening. Oh man. Oh yeah. Very tasty lick. Those consecutive snare hits. There is so much instrumentally that just happened in that intro. I want to go through and break down all of that, but that would get super tedious. So we'll do another quick run through, and I'll try not to drag this out too long. Right into double kick, really love it. Bass slide. Glitchy guitars, other effects. Really fast drum fill. Really fast double kick. Lead ambient guitar comes in. Double kick stays picking up. We're going right into a build. Guitar squeals right into a groovy, tasty lick. Okay, so I really like that they did that instead of an extra fast drum fill, because it keeps the pace of the groove without speeding things up too much, and you also don't see that coming. Shout out to their drummer for that one. Nice drums, of course. Oh, some English. Really nice harmonies there. Nice, very poppy chorus. Back into that tasty groove. And there's the drum fill. Okay, so at the beginning he did those consistent snare hits there. Same transition, now he comes in with the tasty drum fill. So even that very short transition now has a slight build compared to how it was the first time. Love the detail in the songwriting there. Drums and guitar at the very beginning of this verse. Nice. So poppy, but so catchy. Really nice harmonies as well. Drums pick up a little. So many layers happening. So good. All that tasty lick comes in. Fantastic songwriting on this one. They kept this one a little more straightforward with the structure overall. Like, you have the very stripped down first verse. You have the slightly condensed second verse that picks up more instrumentally. You have a more stripped back bridge, which they don't always do with their songs. And another thing they did compared to a lot of their other songs is they simplified the melody, made it really catchy. You have those latter half of the lines in the chorus that are designed for the crowd to sing along with. And even though there was a lot happening instrumentally in that intro, this is still a bit more simplified and stripped down compared to what they normally do. And I really like how they kind of extended the chorus at the end, but brought that tasty guitar lick back in, layered over top of that extended chorus, and then ended it out on that isolated vocal line. Right up their alley, but then also varies enough from all of their other songs that it's not predictable, but still very enjoyable to listen to. Okay, and now we got the piano version.
空を彩る七色の夢ずっとこのまま見ていたかった昨日まで輝いてたきら星でさえも I don't know what to say I don't know what to say 色あせてくから
Those strings are really nice.
雨に降られて凍える夜は少しだけでもそばにいたかった明日まで感じていたいぬくもりでさえも You don't have to say You don't have to say 冷めてしまう僕らは何を見てる長い長い夜だってやがて朝は来るから虹
That was absolutely fantastic. Very raw performance overall. Obviously it's still processed to some degree, but I like how they kept it very stripped back. And this is really cool because you can see her vocal techniques very clearly, especially in this performance. And I love that they included Moa in this one to sing a little bit of backup. And then they had 3 other females come in and sing some of those woes in there as well. And then also interesting choice to have no cameras on the piano or string players. There wasn't a ton of compression on the instruments, and it didn't sound like there was much on the vocals either, because she did a lot of, when she was singing really soft, moving her mouth very close to the mic, but then still having quite a bit of volume differences in the recording between her singing the chorus full out and those verses. And then when the instruments would swell, they would get a lot louder as well. And then not really that much reverb on the instrumentation either, because normally for stripped down piano acoustic performances, reverb is like your golden ticket to get a more round full sound overall. But I wanted to watch this one all the way through because I really wanted to just enjoy the experience of this performance all the way through. And so now I'd like to go back and point out some of the things she was doing vocally, technique wise, and some of the differences between what she was doing and Moa was doing.
空を彩る七色の夢
You see how she gets real close to the mic there when she's singing real soft? Another thing she does really well throughout this entire performance that you'll notice is her jaw is very loose. That's very key to getting a well-rounded sound. Her pronunciation sounds really good, and part of that is from keeping your jaw very loose. She's not like opening up significantly, but on the softer stuff, you'll see a lot of other artists where they do not open their mouth this much because they don't need to, but just because you don't need to doesn't mean that you shouldn't. So she does a really good job throughout this entire song, keeping her jaw very loose and really opening and shaping her mouth for all the lyrics, especially on these verses here.
きら星でさえも I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say 色
So Moa's singing a lot softer here, but you'll notice the difference in her jaw movement versus Sue's. It's like very minimal movement. Again, she's singing something very soft, but just note the difference between how it looks when both of them are singing here.
I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say 色あせてくから
Okay, so there is some reverb in there, or a little more than I had initially anticipated, but it's not overbearing. It's enough to give it a rounder sound, but not too much to the point where it still sounds pretty raw overall.
あのモノクロームの花火なら僕らは何色
See how much she's opening up here? And then everything she's singing is around the same volume. So she's not really moving closer or farther away from the mic, because she doesn't really have to for what she's doing in this song. You'll see Sue do that a lot for this entire performance.
少しだけでもそばにいたかった
You'll notice her posture too. She's leaning forward a tiny bit, but when you're singing softer stuff, that's not that huge of a deal. But you'll notice how she's not sticking her chin forward at all. If anything, when you're singing, along with good posture, you actually want to tilt your chin down and back a little bit, and that opens up your airway to let a little more air through and less tension overall. Because if you stick your chin or your neck forward at all, you're going to close your airway a little bit. So that's another thing she's doing that's making it that much easier for her to sing this.
明日まで感じていたいぬくもりでさえも You don't have to say, you don't have to say
And there's another example where Moa's pronunciating just slightly less and she's singing softer and her jaw's moving that much less. It's not a huge deal for this, she's singing backup, but it's interesting to note those differences.
でさえも You don't have to say, you don't have to say 冷めてしまうから
Also, you'll notice here her knees are slightly bent as well. That's another thing that can help with your overall posture and getting more power in your voice when you're singing. And it's not just bending your knees, it's keeping your entire body in line and in position while you're singing.
虹色で包もう世界を
Both of them. So that's one thing that they both have in common when they're singing this. Look how straight her posture is, and her knees are bent, not sticking her chin forward. It's all those little things that make a huge difference. But yeah, as you can see from this angle, she's got really good posture in this. And so when she opens up here, you know, along with the jaw, she has her tongue down at the bottom of her mouth. She might be sticking her tongue out just a little bit, but that's another thing. You drop your jaw, you get your tongue out of the way just a little bit, you're able to get more sound to come through and project with more ease. And of course, at this point, she's extremely experienced as a vocalist, so none of this is surprising by any means. But it's cool being able to see all this on a closer spectrum as opposed to their other live performances where they're moving around, they're dancing, they're doing lots of choreography, she's holding a mic. In this, you can really see the technique. And of course, no surprise, everything she's doing is completely spot on. Yeah, that was awesome. And then here again, just another angle of that perfectly straight posture. Really nice rendition for this one. Okay, and now for the full live performance. I'm very excited for this one. Oh, this intro is gonna rip so hard. Oh, the bass slide on the bass. Man, look at that stage. Oh, and the lighting matches the lyrical video. Okay, that's really cool. Look how all these beams from this lighting make this look here. That's so sick. I wonder if they had the fog machines going before this to create this. So good. Yeah, I figured that part would be for the audience. Oh, that's cool. So you can see it here, but there's a better shot. They have drinks for all of them on stage in bottles with little straws so they don't spill them anywhere. That's awesome. What a sick setup. Oh, that drum fill. Those guitars are so nice and chunky. There's a drone for you.
の暗い世界をみんなの光で照らしてほしい Take your phone out Turn on your light
Oh yeah. Wow. So at metal concerts like 20, 30 years ago, this sentence would have never been said. It would have been bust out your lighters, right? So it's interesting how that same concept has evolved over time. Because at a concert back in the day, not everyone would have a lighter, but any concert you go to nowadays, 99% of the people, if not every single person there, is going to have a phone with a flashlight on it. Man, this wide shot is going to look really cool.
Wow, that's amazing! Momero, momero, can you see? Sing it!
Some nice humming. I really like the strip down back and forth. She also just did something really cool there. She riffed while she was humming, and I was talking over it. That's cool. Such a feel-good chorus. And there's that guitar lick. Wow. Man, that stage setup is absolutely ridiculous. And I feel like this would go perfectly in the middle of their set, where again, still some very complex moments in the instrumentation, but the musicians get to chill out a little bit, especially during that chorus, and play some really nice melodic stuff. And it's also not necessarily slow paced, but it is slower paced compared to a lot of their other songs. And it's just got a really feel good vibe all around. And then the extended bridge to do a little bit of back and forth with the crowd was absolutely perfect for this. Yeah, I really like that. Really good song overall and really good chorus. That was fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could like and subscribe, also go check out some of the covers that I've done on my channel, and I will see you in the next one.